Hey guys, I'm Alan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing an Acoustic Guitar 1 tutorial for Behold by Phil Wickham featuring Ann Smith. I did already make a video of me playing this acoustic part through the entire song, so feel free to check that out. That'll be linked down in the description. Then there's also a chord chart available over on Patreon. That'll be linked down in the description as well. Might make the video a little bit easier to follow along with. There are two acoustics in this song. The one that we're going to be doing here, Acoustic Guitar 1, uses mostly like octaves and bar chords, power chords. And then the other guitar uses a capo, so you can just kind of decide which one you want to do, or you can do both of them, of course, if you have enough guitar players. All right, so let's just jump right into this. We're in the key of B. Here's what the intro sounds like, and it's in 6/8, so I'm going to be counting in 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to do that, we'll just start off with like octave Bs. So I'm holding down the 2nd fret of the A string and the 4th fret of the G string. And then I'm palm muting. And I'm just putting accents like on beat 1, then also on the and of beat 2. So like kind of like every third hit, basically. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and then this E chord, what we'll do for that, we'll use our middle finger and ring fingers to hold down the 2nd fret of the A and D strings. And then whenever we get to the E add 6, I'm just throwing the pinky on the 2nd fret of the B string, and I'm just kind of muting the G string, so I'm not doing anything with that. It's the same rhythm, so it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and... And then for the rest of the intro, we just repeat the same thing. Might run through it one more time. Then also on the turnarounds, we'll just do this same thing again later on in the song. All right, let's run through it one more time together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so that's it for the intro and the turnaround. Let's go over the verses. Verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3 will all be the same. So here's what those sound like. Starting off on those B octaves again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and then we'll just repeat that same thing on verse 2 and also verse 3. So let's go over those real quick. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, though. So we're starting off on those octave Bs again. We'll do that for 2 measures. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and... Then we'll go to our E. We're just barring across the 2nd fret of the A and D strings. 1 and 2 and 3 and... G sharp minor, we're just doing octaves again on the 4th and 6th frets, 4 and 5 and 6 and, then F sharp, just slide down 2 frets, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and, back to E, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and, then back to F sharp, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Then just repeat the same thing for verse 2 and verse 3 again. Let's run through it together one last time, starting off back on the octave Bs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E, G sharp, F sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp. There we go. That's it for verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3. On the first chorus, we won't play anything, so if you're following along with the chord chart, we're going to jump all the way to verse 4. So this verse starts out the same way as the other verses. The only difference is at the very end, we're going to do an F sharp suspended to an F sharp chord. So let's go over those real quick. So F sharp suspended, the way I'm doing that is I'm holding down the 2nd fret of the E string, then I'm barring across the 4th fret of the A, D, and G strings. And we're just going to strum 16th notes here, just going back and forth without the palm mute. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and after that I'm just going to go to like an F sharp major chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. So you put those two together, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go back to the beginning of verse 4. We'll just kind of put all this together. So we're going to start off with octaves, palm muting, just the way we did on the other verses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E, G sharp, F sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And that's all we'll do on verse 4. Let's go over the second time through the chorus. Here, instead of palm muting, we'll do a little bit fuller strumming. Let me just run through it for you first. Start off on a B chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so for this part, we'll start off on a B major chord. I'll go over these shapes, I guess, at least the first one, and hopefully you guys know these. But so we'll start off on the 9th fret of the E string with the first finger, then the 7th fret, and then the 9th fret of the A and D strings with the pinky, and then the 8th fret of the G string with the middle finger. We're just strumming down. I'm not actually going to do the whole bar just because I don't like the way it sounds, but I'm just strumming basically until I get to the G string. And again, that strumming was 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and, or down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Then on the B suspended, I'm just going to lay my ring finger across the 9th fret of the A, D, and G strings. We'll do this for half the measure, like 1, 2, and 3, and. Then we'll go back to a B, 4, 5, and 6, and. And then this G sharp minor 7. Again, I'm not actually going to strum all the way through. I'm just going to strum down until I get to the B string. We're barring across the 4th fret of basically everything, and then the ring finger goes on the 6th fret of the A string. Same strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and. We went over the F sharp suspended in the F sharp already. Then the B over D sharp, there's a few ways you could do this. The way I'm doing it is putting my ring finger on the 6th fret of the A string, and then just barring across like the D, G, and B string. So you have this. Strum it the same way. Then down to an E chord. 1, 2, and back to the G sharp minor 7. Then F sharp suspended again. F sharp. And we'll just end on a B octave. And here we're going to kind of do like we did on the intro, just palm mute. We'll do that for a couple measures. All right, let's run through this chorus one more time. You feel free to play along here. Starting off on the B chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's all for that chorus. And yeah, those chords aren't my favorite to play on the acoustic. They're kind of hard to do those like full chords, but hopefully that helps out with the chorus. On bridge 1 and bridge 2, you'll have a couple of new chords. We'll have a C sharp minor 7. The way I'm going to do that is barring across the 4th fret, basically from the A string down. And and then I'll have my middle finger on the 5th fret of the B string and my ring finger on the 6th fret of the D string. And whenever I strum this, again, I'm not really going to strum all the way down to the E string, but I'm strumming like from the A string down to the B string. So you'll see that chord in there. Then the only other one is on bridge 2, which is a F sharp over A sharp. The way I'm doing that is hitting the 6th fret of the E string, and my pinky goes on the 9th fret of the A string, and then my ring finger goes on the 8th fret of the D string. Those are the only 3 strings really that I'm playing. If you want to add more to it, you could use your middle finger on the B string and bar all the way across. So leave it up to you what you want to do. Yeah, those are the only 2 new chords. Everything else you should know from earlier in the song. So let's start right at the beginning of bridge 1. We're just going to run through this part together since it's kind of similar to other things that you've done. This first part on bridge 1 is just palm muting the octaves, so feel free to run through that with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C sharp minor. Bridge 2. C sharp minor, B, F sharp, G sharp, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and that is it for bridge 1 and bridge 2. Hopefully that part's not too bad. The last chorus is the same thing as the other choruses of the song until we get to the very end. So we're going to hit the end where he sings Christ the Lord, He is Christ the Lord, where we do that 3 times. So this is just before the tag. We're going to start off on the F sharp suspended chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to E. Back to F sharp sus. F sharp. G sharp minor 7. And that's where we'll end, is on that G sharp minor 7 chord. All right, so I think that is it for this tutorial. Don't forget that cover video will be linked down in the description if you just want to watch me play all the way through it. Makes it a little bit easier to kind of understand how it all fits together. And then also don't forget that chord chart is available over on Patreon. That makes it a little bit easier to follow along with like the different sections of the song and be able to see the chords and the lyrics and everything. So you can check that out if you want to. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Huge thanks to the patrons also for all of your support over the years. Thanks for watching. I think that's going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next one.